What's up, everyone? As I said, this is your girl Amber. Welcome to #Truth Tuesday. All right, this is where we A, discuss the truth, and we see how we're going to be made free. All right, so first of all, I want to thank you all for your support. It has now been over 12 #Truth Tuesdays, and time flies. It's so crazy. I still remember when I first even thought about doing a #Truth Tuesday. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy for your support. I could not be more grateful. So please know I thank you all so much for your support. So this week I thought a bit about what we would talk about. I'm like, all right, we've talked about faith. We have talked about support. We have talked about love. What else could we talk about? And the thing that came to my mind was opinion. Opinion has gone to a whole nother level. It's crazy for the fact that I'm here in Virginia. Somebody could be in California and they have an opinion about me in 2 seconds from something they see me post on Instagram. And you can use it for good, but it also can be used for bad. It's like money. It's like the power of money. You can use it for either or. You really don't know. And me, I've done a lot with my struggles on opinion, all right? And this is before Facebook, Instagram. This is before MySpace, okay? As you all know, I grew up in the church. For those who don't know, pew baby. Been in church all my life. Mother was a missionary. Dad was minister of music. And I've always been very different, as I've mentioned in previous videos. I was always seen as like the old soul. You know what I mean? I'm 24. I'll listen to some Luther or some Jodeci or something. So with that being the case, it made it so that I was always viewed as different. People always had an opinion of me. I always stood out. I never was able to kind of hide in the cut and just not be seen. And it's something I now see that God never had for me to hide in the cut. It was always meant for me to stand out. But I had to learn that. And because of that, people made various opinions about me, and it bothered me greatly. And when I say greatly, I mean greatly. I mean, low self-esteem issues, acting out, smart mouth. Yeah, it's the grace of God that it wasn't worse than what it was. And I really just had to learn the fact that people's opinions of you do not have power unless you give it to them. For the fact that at the end of the day, they did not die for me. They did not come back in 3 days for me. They're not even my mama. So they really have, their opinion does not have power unless I give it to them. And it took me learning that. It took me understanding that. Even now I have to remind myself. I mean, I'm a businesswoman. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a writer. I'm a blogger. So I have to take part in the social media world and in the social media arena. And as a result, it can get rough sometimes even now. You know, you see you have this amount of followers. However, you're only getting 5 likes on a photo. Or you see that you put out your book like I did on last year and you're only getting a certain amount of purchases online. And you just kind of get, even this morning, I was in a moment, I was like, God, I really feel like I'm starting to do this for nothing. And God's like, I told you what you were going to be. I told you what your purpose was. I told you that I was going to have you excelling your purpose. However, I need you to be able to handle where you are now before I can take you there. I need you to be able to be a good steward over what I have you in right now before I can go and I can start doubling and tripling and creating overflow. I need to make sure that you are going to be able to be responsible for the blessings I have for you before I can be able to give them to you. And it really, it hit, but it gave a new boost to me that I needed. So these are the 3 things I have learned when it comes to opinions in my life. I've already said one of them before, and I'm going to say it one more time. 1, it does not have power unless you give it power. People's opinions do not have power unless you convince yourself that their opinions are true. Now, there are some people, they love you, they care for you, they observe you day to day. What they're saying actually has some type of power to it because it's the right motive. But if that motive for that opinion is not correct, don't give that thing no power. How they say, brush it off your shoulders, brush your shoulders off. Ain't that what they did, you know? Brush that thing off. It don't got no power unless you give it power, okay? Number 2, make sure that you are solid in yourself when all these opinions are coming around. Make sure that you know exactly who you are. For the fact of, you can say it has no power, but if you don't know who you are, it's going to have power. for the simple fact of you're basing who you are on what other people have to say. So, make sure you realize it has no power. Also, make sure you know exactly who you are. And number 3, if the opinion is from someone who cares for you and someone that you know actually has something good at heart, make sure that you actually hear the opinion out, because all opinions are not bad. Like I said, it's like money. You have it used for good, you have it used for bad. So, if the opinion is from somebody that cares about you, and you know they really have your best interest at heart, hear that opinion. Bless me. Don't be so hurt by previous opinions that you're not willing to hear the opinions that are there to help you. I've had issues with that myself. I'm like, yo, people got too much to say, and the person's like, yeah, but is that me though? You know I love you. You know I care about you. This is me talking. Okay? So, number 1, remember, they have no power unless you give them power. Number 2, make sure you are strong and secure in yourself. And number 3, if the opinion is from a place of love, hear that thing and accept that thing, all right? A place of love and a place of holiness. Hear that thing and accept that thing. That's all I have for you right now. I wanted to keep it nice and short, get it right to the point today, all right? Once again, I thank you so much for your support. You all be blessed. You all be strong, okay? As I said, join us this Friday at Hampton University in the Student Center for Outpour 2019 at 7:30. Come through an hour early at 6:30. You can see your girl there with her books and her merchandise. Going to be there sharing my testimony and how I learned that life is bigger than you. It is bigger than me. Because as I say, he'll use your grit for what? His glory, all right? I'm going to see y'all later. Peace. Thank you for joining me for this week's #Truth Tuesday. Follow me on Facebook at Amber Gardner, Twitter at ABK Gardner, and Instagram at _A Gardner. Also, subscribe to Step by Step TV on YouTube to see some great behind-the-scene moments and previous #Truth Tuesdays. And don't forget, Bigger Than Me is now available on Amazon in Kindle and paperback form. Go and get your copy of this great tale of struggle and surrender today. Once again, I thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again. And remember, as I always say, your grit will be used for His glory. See you later.